Yay, recording in progress. Awesome. Awesome. We can't even make cards today because of the upgrade. Yay. Yay. Yay, yay. And it's Maureen. Maureen, how are you?
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm
I,
not really sure. I woke up this morning really, really dizzy.
no, no.
Yeah.
Did you
So
get
good
enough
thing I'm
sleep?
going to the doctor. Good thing I'm going to the doctor this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. That happens to me if I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, well, I never get enough sleep because of my between my thyroid issue and waking up 4 to 5 times a night to go to the bathroom.
Oh, no, that.
I never get
Well,
enough.
I'm doing that
Never.
too. And there's Judy. Yay. No, I'm doing that too. I feel bad for anybody that's with me, Tai Chi man.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, when at first he was like, you okay? Yeah. Because I think it's 13 years older than him. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Well,
full
I found out,
impact.
yeah, well, about a year or so ago, they with my blood work, they started telling me that I was having problems with my kidneys. My functions weren't.
Oh,
But I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So Tuesday, I went and saw my thyroid doctor, and it's a new doctor because my doctor left. So I was seeing somebody new in the practice, and she's going through my list of medications. And I didn't have my blood work done this time because I couldn't afford it because
yeah.
it's $600 without insurance to get
Oh
my
my
blood
God.
work done. So she's going through my last blood work and she's like, "Well, your functions were a little low." And then she's going through my med list and she's like, "I don't like that you're on meloxicam because meloxicam filters through your kidneys." And I'm like, "But my primary put me on meloxicam because of my hands. Because I have problems with my hands." And I said, "But she won't give me ibuprofen for the same reason." And the doctor's like, "Well, then she should have never given you the meloxicam because that's probably what's causing your
Oh, the
low
number.
function in for my kidneys." And I was like, "You can never win. You just, you know what I mean? You can just never win." I finally found something to help my hands, but it's messing with, and I'd
Mm.
rather have hand pain than have my kidneys start messing up on me. So, but
I
yeah.
may be wrong, but even if you didn't have that, the older that you get,
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick it up quite a few.
Absolutely.
Hi, Joanne.
Absolutely.
I made
How are
it.
you? And hey, Judy. How are you? Yay, yay. We can't make cards together because we're all in withdrawal until tomorrow.
I just want to say my computer did an update like earlier in the week, and so of course I went in. I was going to add my new reps that I get from the team. I always try to get in there and add them, so I've got the contacts, and I couldn't get it to work. And I'm like, "Oh, you stupid computer! What did you do?"
Oh,
And
no, you thought it was you.
so then I went to actually send out cards. And then I was so impressed that Cody Bateman did that 5 minute live to let us know what was going on.
Yeah.
Things were okay.
And he was
Like
honest about it too, saying
honest,
Friday.
honest in
Yeah.
everything. And it's
Yeah.
like, wow,
Yeah. He didn't
what a
say,
nice,
and
refreshing thing.
yeah, he didn't say some like BS like, oh, any day now or any minute now or
Yeah,
or
I
and hope
thought,
it
man,
resolves itself.
I can think of some people that could need to see that and get a little better. And I think everyone knows where I'm going with that.
Well, and the other thing too though is all companies have challenges. This is that,
Right.
these guys have gone down before.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's unheard of, but every company has their problems. So yeah, I feel bad for them because they're losing quite a bit of revenue. I wonder what they're gonna make sure we watch what they're going to say when they do turn everything back on, because it's likely because of the you know how we can do 5 a day under the subscriptions. Well, of course, now you've lost days where you weren't able to do it because they were down. So it's likely he's going to make some kind of adjustment for that. And if he says the last 3 days of the or the last day of the month or 2 days of the month or whatever, you're going to have unlimited, right? So pay attention though, because that's going to happen over the weekend, I think. If
Yeah.
they come back online tomorrow or whatever they do, I'm sure it'll be something.
So
So
I've missed a
pay
lot.
attention.
So
That's all I'm saying.
we're
Go ahead.
down to 5 a day now instead of
No,
10.
no, a brand new person.
Oh, okay.
Right. You've got 10, I've got 10, but a brand new person signing up on the 97, which they no longer call it unlimited, would be 5 a day.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Don't feel bad for a brand new person though, because 5 times 30 is 150 cards for 97, including the
Yeah,
postage. So even at
150.
5 a day,
It's what, like 65 cents for postage. So
just the
just
postage.
postage is 97.50. So your cards are free.
Right.
Hmm.
So the trick with getting your, I hate saying that, getting your money's worth is consistency, but that's true about everything. So yeah, I hate saying that though, because like my brother's notorious for when we go to Disney World, he wants to get his money's worth. So he drags the whole family there. You have to be in line when the place opens and you have to stay till the end, whether you got old people and babies with you or not. You get your money's worth and we're staying, you know. Yeah, I'm not into
That's
that.
me.
Oh, are you like that too?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I am. Yes, I am. If my husband was here, he'd be like, "Oh, we got to stay till the last
oh.
damn firework goes off."
Oh no, 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 no. My whole plan is we go over there, and usually I had though like my mother and my kid was little or something. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna go a couple rides, buy some crap to eat, you know, take some pictures, and then we're gonna go back for a nap, and then we're gonna come back. You know, I wasn't trying to get our money's worth. I was trying to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't keep old people and babies happy by running them. Not like that.
Speaking of your mom, I'm just so heartbroken for you when I seen that post. Is Alex doing okay?
Yeah, you know though, for us, we lost her a couple years ago. I mean, she hasn't known me for a long time, and this has been more of a um I'm so
Really?
sorry for her that it dragged out this long, because
Right,
she would not have wanted this in any way. This was way past what she wanted. So it was like a relief that she passed on, because this is not the quality of life she wanted. Not
right.
in any way. Matter of fact, when she didn't know she came home at the end. She was here for 3 weeks.
Oh,
She thought she got a private room, which
oh,
she
bless
always
her
wanted.
heart.
So that kind of works out. Yeah, but she was
Oh,
introducing me as the nurse to the other people. So I mean, she hadn't known me for a while, but no, that's yeah, it was would be more heartbreaking, but it was when it first happened, I think more. Like
right,
when I stood there at the doctor's, I knew she had problems, but I passed the note to the doctor and I said, she's worse than you're thinking, because I didn't want to say it in front of her because I'm still afraid of her. I mean, I'm not crazy. But so the doctor was giving her the test, you know, the Alzheimer's test for the diagnosis. That's when I was heartbroken, because I didn't know she thought it was like 1970 something. She thought the
oh,
president was Jimmy Carter. She couldn't put the hands on a clock. He said, here's a circle, put 10 o'clock, the hands on. She couldn't do it. And that was 4 years ago.
oh, wow.
Right. So, I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, things hadn't got, they were getting worse and worse and worse. So, no, it was a blessing really, because yeah, yep, yep. So anyway, but it seemed to happen quick at the end, kind of, but it was a
That's what
six
I
month
thought
slide at
because
the
it
end.
seemed like she just had moved back home with you. And then I saw that post and I'm like,
Yeah, she was
Wow,
on,
that
yeah,
was
she was only
quick.
here for 3 weeks, but she was on hospice right away at when she
Mm.
came here. So, yeah. But the other thing is when I posted pictures before, like her and I going out for ice cream and stuff, she looked like who you remember, but she
Mhm.
wasn't remembering stuff she didn't already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I post a picture and everybody go, "Oh, look, it's Grammy," and her, and she looks so happy, but she didn't really. She wasn't the same person.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, I'll give you an example. So this was, I think, September. I went to bring back a Amazon coat return at is it Whole Foods? So she was with me because we were doing something for her. And I ran in and brought the coat back and come back out. I was so excited. I like, you're not gonna believe this, but this Amazon return, you just go in there and they scan your little thing and that's it. That's all you have to do. They take the coat back. And she said to me, I don't think this is my coat. And it was her coat. I'm like, so she wasn't like even able to follow along what what we were doing, but it looked
Aw.
it from the pictures, so that was what I almost felt funny posting stuff because I knew everybody was thinking she was like she was before, but not really. But
You're not going to have anybody to wear your jewelry now.
no, I know. In real life, she would have been mad that I was saying that she was thieving that. Yeah. She probably would have whacked me for that one. Right. But you know what? I did learn a lot about like the hospice thing. I didn't know what an awesome thing that is.
They're amazing.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea. And I did the other thing that I didn't think about was the like the primary doctor and the nursing home people were like acting like that was bad. And I didn't understand why, but it's got to be money related probably because the nursing
Mm.
home never declares somebody in hospice because then
Their
they don't
funding.
get their funding for the person if they're
Oh.
on Medicaid. And I guess the primary too, because the primary called me, the visiting nurse said she needs to be on hospice. I don't know why she isn't already. And I said, oh, okay. I don't know what that involves, but so she put in the request. The primary called to argue with me about it. And I said, if you don't think it's warranted, don't do it. And the nurse at the primary said, just what do you think you're going to get out of it? And I said, nothing
Help.
that I know of. I said, I'm only doing it because the nurse said to do it. This isn't I'm not sitting around going, gee, I think she ought to be on hospice. I said, and it all boils down to who is going to get money. So,
Mm.
but it was, I didn't realize they provided so many supplies and they had people coming. And it was really a lucky thing because at the end, I
Yeah.
needed some help
Help.
at the end there. So that was awesome.
Here
Yeah.
where I live, we have a actual hospice facility called Pickering House, and that's where we ended up taking my aunt when she had started to go downhill, and she was there, gosh, 9 days.
Oh, wow.
And of course they don't give them any food or anything because their bodies are shutting down. But I'm telling you what, just what they did and how they took care of her. And it
They
doesn't
have,
matter if you have money or not.
oh,
They'll take your insurance, but even if you don't have money, you can go there and they will still treat you the same way because they do a lot of fundraising and a lot of people
no,
donate to them. So
because they
it's
have that here, but you have to be on Medicaid.
oh, okay.
And uh, that was something that I didn't know I'd done wrong all these years is Alex was little and I was 42 when I adopted him as an infant. So I had my mother and all my stuff because I was single all that time, not realizing why would it make any difference. I was just thinking she'd have access to everything I have in case I died.
Mhm.
So she'd have to raise the kid, right? Uh, the government looks at
With-
it like
yeah.
it's all of hers. All hers.
Mhm.
So
Ah.
they wanted me to sell the house. And matter of fact, they wanted me to even give her fair market value for the van she gave me, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago.
Jeez.
I mean, they were gonna yeah, wreck my world over here. So I said, well, no. I'm like, no, bring her home. That's good
Yeah.
with me. Because I figured certainly I could probably just hire help cheaper than 10,800 a month. That was
Yeah.
the
Wow.
nursing home.
Mm.
So you either have to evidently be rich enough to afford 10,800 or so poor because you can't
Yeah.
have more than, what is it, $1,700 or something? You can't have very much money in your own name.
Yeah.
So
It's
anyway,
definitely not the golden years for sure.
right. Oh, that whole thing was scary. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, and now I've got, oh, of course, I'm sorry if you sent me one. I didn't say anything yet, but I've got, of course,
Well wishes.
right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's yesterday's and today's.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
right.
It's all this mailbox love, Lisa. It's all the
I
people with
know.
love for you and love for her and just, everybody. So you're going to feel it for a while. It's not going to
Yeah.
stop.
No,
I've
that's
had
awesome.
several people private messaging me, and I've just been giving them your address. I figured you wouldn't care, and so
No,
I've
no,
just
not
been
at all.
giving them your address so that you could get the mailbox love that you've always showed to everybody
No,
else.
I appreciate that. That's so awesome. Yeah, no, and I probably would be a lot more upset if she hadn't been so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
She was pretty bad off. So it was,
there's always preparation, but it's never until you actually go through it, that you're going to still feel things
well,
for a
right,
while.
right. Because I was like at the store yesterday and I thought, oh, I better get some more
You're
stuff
right for
for her to eat. And then, right. And then I'm like, oh, that's right. And
her.
then, yeah. And then in the Avon book, the earring sets, I'm like, oh, I better get an extra set because she likes
Yeah.
those. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes some getting used to, but yeah, that's the way of the world, I guess. So now neither one of my parents are alive, so that makes me the old
Oh, wow.
person. I did start crying about that though. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to be the adult. What the
Isn't
hell?
I
Wait,
know?
I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Isn't Alex 18 yet? Or no? Is
Oh
Alex?
yeah, he's 18, but I
So
mean,
he can be the adult. You can just bypass it on him and make him the adult.
I mean, all these years, like when my mother, before she went to assisted living, though, it'd be like I'm still hitting her up for cash because I didn't carry any cash with me when we're on a trip or something. Or I'm like, look in your purse and see if you got some nail clippers. I've got, I would always be doing that because she had like everything in her
Everything
purse.
there.
Yeah, and it's like now I'm expected to do that.
Oh, can I show you this? Speaking of that, this is what. Okay, so I didn't get anything for Valentine's Day because I've been married 20 years. They just stopped doing that after a while. So I bought. Look what I bought myself. My first coat. It was only like $115 at the outlet, but look at how teeny tiny it is. Nobody
That's so
can give me
cute.
anything. So all I hold is my own. Isn't that cute?
Can't you wear it as a crossbody too?
Oh yeah, there's a big thing where you can
Oh,
focus
that's
the
cute.
thing.
I
But
want
I'm talking
one
about
of
the
those.
stuff inside. I have 3 kids. They can't ask me to hold nothing because
No,
it's like my wallet, my phone. I'm
I
done.
want one of those. That's cute.
Oh yes,
That's
I
cute.
love it.
Mm.
I'm like,
Yeah, I found.
I got to a point. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. People don't buy me stuff for Christmas. I'm just gonna go out and buy it my own self.
I found out only a few years ago how you could
Yeah,
just buy anything you wanted and slap some
really?
stamp
Me?
on
I just discovered this. Like,
it. Why didn't I think of that sooner, right? Yeah, no, that's awesome. Hey, Judy, how are you? Judy. Judy's not gonna say anything. Judy Thompson. Last time, did I see you in Baltimore?
there she is.
Yeah, no. Where were we
No,
last year?
I saw you in San Antonio, that I know for sure.
Right, right. Yes.
But you didn't go to the DC one?
Yeah, I
You
was
did.
in DC,
Oh, then
Maryland.
I must have
Yep,
seen you there.
yep, I sure did.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for jumping on.
Oh, yes. I have an account with SendOutCards, but I have never used it. And
Mm.
I was hoping I could learn something from you today.
Well, and you know what's funny is they're down today, so
Oh, that's it.
I can't show you a live how to make a card, but it is pretty easy. If you come any other Thursday, I can show you.
Okay. You do this every Thursday?
Every Thursday, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
every once in a while there's a problem where I'm not on, but there in the group, there's a group, I think it's Lisa Wilber's Eagle Team or something like that. If you're not in it, do you happen to know that? If you're in it?
No, I never heard of that one. Eagle Team.
I posted on my regular wall too.
Okay.
So if I'm going to do it, it's going to be there. A reminder is going to be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Every Thursday, same time?
Yes, 1 to 2 on Thursdays. Yeah. It's me and Maureen. Me and
Okay.
Maureen. I didn't mean to say it was just me.
It's okay. Well, you know, I'm new. It's new, so that's okay. I'm okay. I'm not feeling so hot today. That's why I'm quiet, but
Oh,
it's okay it's new. We've only been doing this for 2 weeks now. So it's new.
and there's
Eagle.
Peg Duchesne. Hi, Peg Duchesne.
Hello, hello. Cody Bateman just did a Facebook Live from the Promptings Printing. Cards are printing. They're ahead of schedule for transferring to the new website. And by early tomorrow morning, we should be up and running.
Oh, I got a list here of cards that I need to send. I'm about
Well, and they're going to make an announcement from the uplines down, from the leaders, not from corporate, about what's going to happen. But I think like anybody who's in the middle of a 10-card challenge, I think they're going to maybe give
extend
you
it.
20 days.
Oh, nice.
We've been down for 5 days, so probably 10 cards times 4 days or 5 days or something. So they promised they would be making it right for everybody, for the patience that we've all shown. And
I was
anyway,
just saying to everybody they should pay attention this weekend, because if he all of a sudden says this weekend it's unlimited or something, we all want to make sure we're paying attention.
yeah, in the video he said, we're going to be doing something we've never done before, and trust me, we will never ever do it again, but we're making it right.
So everybody pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember the brownie thing when they did
Oh,
that? They're
yeah,
like,
that
oh,
was
don't do
funny.
this.
That was like a 24 hours, and then he went, oh crap, and shut it down. People went hog wild. But yeah, that's why I'm saying pay attention, because we want to make sure we
Get it.
Yeah, and let me go get that Facebook link for you, for
Awesome.
whoever was saying they didn't know about it. I'll get the link.
I just sent Judy an invite to
Oh,
join the
good.
group.
To the group.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yay. And welcome Kathy too. I didn't see you at first. Kathy.
Thanks. Hello,
Robinski.
everybody.
And there's Robin too. Robin and Judy and Heather. Thank you, everybody. Yeah,
Hi.
we can't share screen and do a card just because they happen to be down at the moment, but they're expected to be back up tomorrow. So that is awesome. Yeah. Oh. This is probably I just got back from the doctor's. I didn't gain any weight. I didn't. I know it. I thought for sure with the amount of DoorDash we've been getting in Yonkers.
Oh yeah.
Well, that exercise, that counters all that
Right.
eating.
That's what I said, Heather. All the exercise counteracts it.
Yeah, matter of fact, the doctor said, what kind of exercise you getting? And she went, wait a minute, don't elaborate. Yeah, she was funny.
The best kind.
Oh, so you know what happened with the doctor? This is pretty funny. I'm sure they were trying to punish me, but so the annual physical was actually supposed to be last Monday, but my mother died Tuesday, so she was bad on Monday to the point where I didn't feel comfortable leaving, because to go to the annual physical, it's like a 3-hour problem, right? It's a half hour there, they do 2 hours or whatever, and you leave for a half hour. So I called and canceled it. They sent me a letter saying how bad that was and all that stuff. I called to reschedule. They said the next open appointment was January. I'm like, how can that be really? Because when I go, they always give me one 6 months from now as a follow-up. She said, oh, you can have a follow-up appointment. So I'm like, okay, so what does she got for a follow-up appointment? They're like Thursday. So I went today. And I was telling her how funny that was too. Yeah. She wasn't upset about it being a follow-up either. I don't know what that all was. It was funny. But anyway, so that was that. But I can't believe that I didn't gain any weight because we've been getting DoorDash every weekend, I swear. Like KFC and Burger King and McDonald's and
All that bad stuff.
bad stuff that I haven't been eating in years. And yet.
Do you know what I learned in the whole outage of the SendOutCard system?
What?
Yesterday, I went to handwrite a card, and I go to my phone to my friend to get her address, and it's not there because I always have it in SendOutCards.
Yeah.
So when the system comes back up, you better believe I'll be downloading that Excel spreadsheet and keeping it in 2 places.
I had to go look at the Excel spreadsheet to get Easter Day's address to send him the door prize from Tuesday. And I that's when it dawned on me. I'm glad I had just downloaded because I do that about once every 2 weeks. Highly recommend it. Export your contacts from SendOutCards into an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, I almost called you and bothered you, Lisa, but I said, oh, let me just do white pages for a month.
Or you could have.
I know,
Look
but
that up for you.
you know, I'm a big girl. I should just have it. But it's just very important that we own our lists and not just have it parked on the real estate of SendOutCards or anywhere.
Or anywhere, right?
See,
Yeah, no,
and that's
true.
that's the one thing I did learn. I did learn with my coaching course. And by the way, she's closing her coaching program.
Oh.
So I got to find a new coach.
Oh,
But anyway, that's the one thing I did learn is we are on rented land with all of these companies. So
Facebook
we
too.
have to,
All the
things.
social media,
All of them.
your
Yeah.
whole friends
Everything.
list on Facebook, your whole Instagram following.
even
That's why
if-
it's coaches teach you to do an opt-in so you get their email address and you
Yep.
own it, not just connected through Facebook. Exactly,
Even-
Maureen.
even with the direct sales companies, if they, they close tomorrow or they close this afternoon, everything is gone because everything's in your back office. So that's the one thing that I really did learn was to keep everything in a different area. And I also learned that from you, Lisa, is to download and keep everything because you just never know. And speaking of a direct sales company, I know this isn't, but there's one that closed a couple of years ago that's getting ready to reopen. Posh is getting ready to reopen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and SendOutCards is a direct sales organization.
Aren't they? I mean, they can be.
They can. It's different, but still we're on their rented land. Like you
Right.
said, you didn't have their address. And
Well,
I'm the same
and
way.
I know to do it. I just hadn't done it in a while. It's just another reminder that, yeah. Let's talk about a coach, Maureen. I have an idea for you.
Oh, yeah, Maureen, connect with Peg because she knows everybody.
Okay.
And
Well,
she
we're going to
tell
connect
her what you're
already
looking
about the
for.
Worthy Book Club. So
Yes.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you
And she
can tell
they
her.
created I don't know if you know this, Peg, but she created a book club guide too. So
yeah,
I can
right. I've already been in communication about it. Yep. We are on it.
yeah. I got Trent's book too. Once I'm done with Worthy, I got Trent's book to read too. Because I love
Oh.
Trent.
Cool.
Trent who?
Trent.
So one thing I did yesterday was instead of waiting until SendOutCards comes back up, I went through Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Good book. I went through Facebook and I downloaded a bunch of pictures to my phone in the saved photos so that when it comes back up, I can just
You're
upload
good to go.
photos and do it real quick. Yeah. So
Maureen,
those are some things that you can do well.
would you post that,
Anyway.
like something that would be interesting to other people in the group, if you don't
Oh,
mind?
absolutely, absolutely. This gentleman, he used to be a football player and he got injured and he became a motivational speaker.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, so yeah,
That's
I can
awesome.
definitely do that. I'm starting to learn how I'm starting at my age now. Well, let's put it this way. When I was growing up, I never had to make goals. I never had to do anything because I grew up with a family that if you wanted a job, you just made a phone call and somebody would call somebody and you'd have that job. You'd get that job. If you wanted to work for the state, but you were number 50 on the list for the test, somebody would call somebody and you'd be moved up to number one. So all my life, I never really had to set goals because I was spoiled. I will admit it, I was a spoiled, rotten child. And as I got older, I just got used to not really having to work hard for anything. So over the last 5 or 6 years, I've just learned that I need to start taking ownership of myself, and I need to start taking ownership of decisions I've made and decisions I need to do. And one of the big things is, and I know you and I've talked about this in the past, Lisa, is the whole my dad thing. You know, with the way my dad talked to me and the way my dad treated me and things my dad said. And for many years, I didn't feel this. I did not feel worthy at all about anything. And I think that's why I sabotaged so much of everything in my life. I'm surprised I'm still married. We've been together now since, let's see, 20 years. We've been together for 20 years, and I think we've been married for 12.
Wow. Well, that's
But I'm
awesome.
surprised we're still married. I'm surprised we're still together because I have this habit of sabotaging because I don't think I'm worthy of anything. I don't think I'm good enough. Because my dad used to tell me, now, first of all, my dad, I did not grow up with my dad. My dad came back into my life when I was like 14, 15 years old. And when my dad came back into my life, it started to be the where he would I've always been a big girl. I've always been a big girl. He used to tell me, Maureen, you're not fat, you're just short for your weight. Or he would tell me, no good man is ever going to want you because you're not good enough. I wanted to be a lawyer. I really wanted to be a lawyer. And I was on track. I was an A student. I was on track to go to become a lawyer. He told me I was too stupid to be a lawyer. So all these years, those words sit in my head. And it wasn't, like I said, until the last 5 or 6 years, and I know this is not what we're supposed to be talking about, but it wasn't until the last 5 or 6 years that I started realizing, you know what, I'm better than that. I am better than what he did. And then when this book came out and I read the first page, I was bawling. I was absolutely bawling because this book is so good, and it's like it makes you think of things that you've never thought of. And one of the things she says is, you're not crazy, you're the first. So whatever you're the first in your family of doing, you're not crazy for wanting to do that. You're the first one that did that. Like you, Lisa, you became a platinum. You were one of the first ones to become platinum, right? You're not crazy. You were the first one to do it because you knew that's where your goals were. That's where your life was leading. And that's what you wanted. So this book, even if you have great self-esteem and self-confidence and self-everything, this book is great. And I think every teenager in the world needs to read this book.
Hey, Peg, could you put the thing about the book club in like the SendOutCards group and
I will.
the Avon group too?
Happy to do it. Yep.
Yeah, because I bet you there'll be some people that want to in on that.
Yeah. Maureen and I need to talk about when we're going to actually start it and all that. But yeah, getting the
So
waiting
like
list started.
the Monday
Yeah.
Morning Madness group has a big that's 6,000 something. The Avon
Okay.
team group and the SendOutCards group, you might get some
Yeah,
because that's I I think that's a pretty common problem actually. Maureen, don't you think?
Yeah, it's
I
that
do.
imposter syndrome, right? We think we're not good enough because people have
Exactly.
told us that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
You know, I
it's
think
just,
Jeff thinks that of me, and I don't think that's true. I don't think. I know you're gonna laugh about that. No, it's just that I don't take it personal both ways. So when people are mean to me, I don't take it personally, but when people are really nice to me, I don't take it personal either. Because you know what I mean? I know both sides of it are probably exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I'm awesome, but and I have my faults, but yeah, so I don't think of it as I just think I'm doing me. And there's gonna be, both sides of the spectrum.
yeah.
Is that weird? I said something weird, didn't I? No.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes
I
sense. Yeah.
I think Jeff makes it come off like I'm not, like I don't have the self-confidence, I think.
Well,
Well,
and
What, no,
go
what were
ahead,
you gonna
Maureen.
say, Peg? Okay.
No,
and I'll say,
Maureen.
Peg, will you agree with this when she said there's a difference between self-esteem and self-confidence? I always thought they were the same, and they're not.
They're not the same.
They're not
Yeah,
the same.
the imposter, I think what Jeff talks about is how you react when people say direct sales legend Lisa Wilber.
Well, and I don't mind if someone else wants to say that, but I don't want to be saying it myself. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that he
Own
thinks I
it.
should be able to say
Own
it.
it. You
But see,
are.
yeah,
Own
no,
it.
I don't mind it if someone else wants to say that, though. I mean, let's not get crazy. But I don't want to be the one to go around saying that. That seems a little, I don't know.
I think
Anyway,
you have a good balance, Lisa, because you're self-confident, but you're not cocky. I see what you're saying. I wouldn't want to say it about myself either, but you handle it when other people say it. So I think, yeah, I think you got it going on.
well, you know what when you do speaking and stuff, lots of times, like at the end of a speech or something, there'll be a line of people line up to tell you how great you are, and you can't let that get to your head because you're just doing a job. You know what I mean? You're there sharing some information and being personable and talking to everybody's part of the job. So it's not that I didn't appreciate their compliments, but I wasn't going to get all big headed about it because I was just doing my job. So I
Well, the
think,
other thing is it can be affirmations for you or for any of us that we are doing things that are making a difference for people. When people stand in a line for however long a period of time it is to speak with us and to thank us for doing what we're doing, they're showing appreciation. A lot of other people might feel the same way, but they're not standing in the line telling you. So you figure this many people in line, multiply it by 3, you're making a difference. Keep on doing what you're doing. And Kathy, I want to thank you for your card. And I was excited to know that you live in the villages. We'll have to talk. I have a friend that lives in the villages too.
Oh, yeah, great. When you come down here to visit her, we'll get together.
Sounds good. Thank you for the card. You're on my list of people to follow up with when the cards come back up online. So thank you.
You're welcome.
we gotta plan some other adventure, Peg, because
I know, road trip.
I know something. Oh yeah, the promptings thing.
Promptings thing. Yeah, let's
Baltimore.
talk about a road trip.
Yeah, the promptings thing. There's one coming up in Baltimore.
So there's who do you know? Let's play the who do you know game. Who do you know in is it the first one's Albuquerque, New Mexico? Who do you know in Houston, Texas? Who do you know in Tallahassee, Florida? So Kathy, how far is Tallahassee from where you are?
Tallahassee is a ways. It's a capital. It's 3 or 4 hours, but I know millions of people in Houston.
No.
I'm from
So-
Texas.
So Cody Bateman and the SendOutCards team, Promptings team, are doing a road trip to those cities we just named.
Oh, I
And then
see.
the final one so far on the schedule is July in Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, yes, I might make it to the Tallahassee one. I think it's like 3 or 4 hours away. That would be a nice little trip.
Yeah, we all get as a affiliate, right? We all get a ticket to get in for free. And we can bring guests.
And invite your friends, people that have shown interest, people that are on your team, if they've never been on your team before, but they ask you questions about sending cards. Who better to hear about it from than Cody and
himself,
Jordan
yeah.
and all the rest, so.
I
Yeah,
wonder if
that's always fun.
Baltimore one may turn around because of that bridge thing, that might be, that collapse of that bridge.
Oh, that won't have any effect on
You
it.
don't
I'm
think so?
sure Amberley will pick a hotel that's not impacted by it. The hotel's probably gonna be near the airport.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be fun. I've gone to a
Yeah,
whole
that was
bunch of theirs.
devastating.
I've gone to a whole bunch of their the send out card things over the years, and
Way back when they called them Freedom Rights.
oh, treat 'em rights. Yeah, treat 'em rights. Yeah, I could probably tell Cody's story for him. Definitely the tennis ball story. And by the way, I did get sent a tennis ball and the book, but I don't have the tennis ball anymore.
You have a dog.
I already don't have the tennis ball anymore. I didn't have the tennis ball the afternoon I got the tennis ball.
Because of the dog, right?
I set it on my desk with the card and went to make a sandwich. And when I came back, the tennis ball was in a whole bunch of pieces on the floor. And I'm like, no, like, no, how did he even see the tennis ball? It was up on my desk. He doesn't usually get stuff off the desk, but the tennis ball was too big of a a temptation. The tennis ball.
So is this thing in Baltimore, is it gonna be like on their website and we can like
Yeah,
click
I'm
on
gonna
it or
look for, I'm
whatever?
looking for the dates right now of all of the
And you get a
prompting
free-
events. So if you go to your promptings events on your promptings app, there's a category called promptings events. And then there's one in the middle called,
But it's good. They're going to want it on the website because I bet you they'd have to be subscribing to the Promptings Pro app to have that, to be able to look at that, Peg.
Yeah, I don't have the app.
But it'll be on
okay,
the
well, let
regular
me give you the
website.
dates.
Yeah, it'll be on the
Let me
regular
give you the
website when it comes up.
Dates.
Yeah. And I believe I'm going to go down to Baltimore.
That would be great.
I can fly into Baltimore and it won't even be that much.
You can
money,
fly into
but-
Baltimore and you have a friend who's gonna pick you up.
Yeah, that. And I appreciate that, Peg. Is it July? Is it Thursday?
It is July, and I'm looking for the dates right now. I saw it the other day and now I don't see it.
Just like every other meeting like this, yes, I always learn a bunch from the speakers on stage. I know the stories by heart probably at this point because I've been to a whole bunch of their stuff, including probably at least 5 or 6 of their actual conventions, countrywide conventions. And it's still the same as the other direct sales companies. I learn the most in the bathroom or in the hallway or talking to the other people at lunch. That's where all it would take is one idea that impacts your business and it pays for itself. Especially with this one, we're not paying for the tickets. So you're just paying your way to it. So
And if you're staying in a hotel for one night.
In your hotel, yeah. But to me, it's going to be cheap for me too because Manchester flies direct to Baltimore from on Southwest, so it's going to be a direct flight, and usually it's like 100 something to Baltimore, so it won't be bad if anybody wants to go with us. Me and Peg
Did
Duchesne.
she give the date? Did I miss it? What's the date for Baltimore?
Baltimore, I think, is July 13th. I'm trying to confirm it, and they move things around here. I just had it yesterday morning. Prosperity.
So it's a one-day event?
Yeah, it's like 10 to 12 is the presentation for your guests. Then they take a break and then they come back, like, let's say 1. They give you time to go get lunch. And then the 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 is affiliate training. So you'll all want to do that. Even if you do the affiliate for 1 month at under $15. You'll get that special training for affiliates on how you can make money doing what we do, not just sending cards as a customer.
Well, and even if you're not trying to build a SendOutCards business, in my personal opinion, whenever I've gone to leadership like training at any of these direct sales companies, I benefit. The information is transferable to any of these companies. It's not, it's not like every company has their own leadership thing. I mean, that's true, but it's not usually specific enough. We certainly can use it in any of the companies we're repping for, including real estate companies. Heather's like, what?
No, I was looking at the date. My daughter's birthday is the 14th, so I was kind of thinking like bringing her and just making
Oh, that's a good idea.
it's like a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like just make it an event.
Do you know they're wicked into kids going and stuff. I've brought Alex to SendOutCards conventions, the big ones, and
Okay.
there was always lots more kids.
Yeah, I mean, like
Other
she
kids.
hit the pool or whatever. Speaking of which, for everybody else who doesn't know this, Lisa and I many years ago had a great conversation that was worth a lot to me in the pool. That's where we talked about the book we ended up, doing the trilogy thing. So, you never know where those great ideas can come from. Just have to
Oh,
tap it.
that's cool, Heather.
Didn't you babysit Alex when I was doing something one place or something?
I
You
don't
were
think
watching.
nothing. I mean,
Okay,
I had the babies.
no, I meant you were there with the girls and at the
Yeah,
pool.
maybe they were playing. Yeah, I think they
They were
playing.
playing at the pool, and I had to go to probably the Women of Enterprise breakfast or something
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
not everybody
No,
goes to.
I didn't watch her. My kids went to watch
Oh, I think. Yeah, I think everybody. Yeah, it does take a village. I think everybody at Avon has watched my kid at
Yes.
some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I
he's
mean, the
doing
training's good, but I think that after the trainings, when you kind of debrief and you're with people, that's when you get into the nitty gritty of like, okay, how is everything that we heard up here? Let's just make it make sense into our own world and what we do. And that's, I think, where the, conversations are really meaningful.
And with what's funny with SendOutCards, I think, is that when I went to the first convention, the national convention, I was expecting them to talk about making cards. They did not even say, this is how you make a card, or this is what the system looks like, or this is what cards look like. They never talked about it. I was I was talking about that for like 2 years after I went to that. They only talked about the stories of the person getting the card, how they felt about the card, or how the person felt sending the card. It was all about the stories and the feelings. And that was hilarious to me. It would, because like at Avon, we're talking about the 7 layers of your skin and giving an example of putting the makeup on and all that stuff. And this was just so not anything to do with the product that they sell.
Not salesy.
And it made so much sense though. You know what I mean? Everything was about the stories, and in the card business, that is, because you don't really have to show people how to make cards that much. It's more about why you're sending the card and why they're happy getting it. Because the cards are pretty simple to make, depending, right? So
Fast and dirty.
Okay, I found the road trip dates.
Okay.
Everybody ready to write them down?
yeah.
So Jacksonville, Florida is on June 1st, Saturday, June 1st, 9 a.m. to 4:30.
So it's Jacksonville, not Tallahassee.
I'm sorry, Jacksonville, Florida. Is that closer for you?
No.
Closer for me.
I'm sorry. All
All right,
those
it's not,
cities
it's about the
in
same. It's close.
What else you got?
why doesn't this go? I'm sorry. The next one is, so that's Jacksonville. This is crazy. I'm so sorry. I'll keep talking amongst yourselves. I'm sorry.
So yeah, So you know what else I learned in the shutdown is I had put off sending a system send of a bunch of cards, and it was for the second interest meeting for the play. I put off scheduling it because I wanted it to get there this coming week. And I was going to mail them out earlier this week. That is a tactical error. Don't do what I did. I could have easily scheduled it to send, done it ahead, scheduled it to send, and it would be going out. And instead, I was counting on just hitting send, which the cost would be the same. It wasn't saving me money waiting. I just put it off because I was doing other stuff, and I thought, well, I don't need to do it yet because I don't want it to actually go quite yet. I should have scheduled it. So, because it's a system, if you think about it, it's a system send, whether or not, because I was sending the same card to a bunch of people all at once. So it was going to be a system send no matter what I did. I should have done a system send and scheduled it instead of just hit send. So don't put off today, what you don't put off till tomorrow, what you can do today.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yes, indeedy. You got it or no?
Oh, this is just so weird.
Well, now how about we post it in the group?
Yeah, I'll get it, and it's probably because the system isn't totally functioning.
Yeah, and I think they sent an email out about it at some point too.
Yeah.
So, yes, indeedy. I gotta find more send out card reasons to make reels about send out cards. I did when I got the tennis ball in the workbook in the mail, but I haven't done a lot of reels that concentrated on send out cards. So if you think of some examples, that would be good. Make sure you share in the group too, because the reels thing has got me quite a bit of Avon business. So I'm assuming it would probably get me business in my other companies. So I need to find reasons to, yeah. And by the way,
I have a great reason.
yeah.
Pick up a stack of cards you have that you
Oh,
show us.
you know
can
what? I
make
didn't know.
that.
Okay, what is the
I know
the
you don't like
etiquette?
being about yourself, but it's showing the mailbox love. I don't know. It doesn't
But I
matter.
mean, what is the etiquette for sympathy cards though? Because I know it can't be the same as like the birthday cards because I was doing like happy music and showing all the cards and tagging everybody. And that seemed not like a
You don't have to even say what they are. I mean,
oh,
unless you
that's a good point.
just
I did
the
make
goal
a
is to talk
post.
about the card, and the
Yeah.
value in that. What is this value? Just
Oh, that's a
putting
good point.
mailbox love out there to begin with, and you have a tangible item. People need to see something. They don't need to know. I mean, a lot of people will probably guess what they're from, if they know you personally, but if not, they'll just think you're a super important person that gets lots of mail.
Yeah,
And
and
then
what
they
a
get that at
difference
the
it
post
made
office.
to hear from so many friends after the passing of your mom. And, you hold them up, you fan them out, and then have some music playing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be somber music. I mean, it should be like Uptown Funk, I mean,
It could be, friends make the world, some kind of song about You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. That'd be a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or Grammy's favorite song, like music that she liked.
Oh God, what did
We'll
she
figure it.
like?
We got all these ideas, Lisa.
Yeah, what did I put? Oh, I ended up yesterday putting one about the dog farting in my car. What the hell?
Well, see, because we're all there with you.
The dog farted in the car and my eyes watered, and I somehow thought that was real worthy. So
It is.
right, I'll try anything. Well, no, you know what it is there's a balance that I'm trying to keep between talking about work all the time and talking about something else because it's supposed to be 80-20, and that's not my rule. That's the social media guy, Kramer, and all them guys all say the same thing. So my 80% that is not work, I usually do cats or the dog or the kid or something because right.
Or food or Yonkers
or food or Yonkers, right? Something. And a lot of people say they don't want to share personal stuff in your life. Well, you don't share that kind of personal stuff that bothers you. You share stuff like your cat sitting on the desk and you're doing Snapchat with your cat, stuff like that, because that's not so personal that it's going to cause a problem, I don't think. So, don't you think? I don't know.
Yeah.
Joanne, you got an event coming up you're working on?
No, I just got done doing the Zanesville Mall.
Oh,
And I
okay.
don't have anything else planned till May. There'll be a Mother's Day event at the mall that I'll go down to Zanesville for. Then June, Old Car Show, Perry County Fair, July, 4th of July. Then Hocking County Fair, Fairfield County Fair, Oktoberfest. So, yeah.
So not quite kicked in. I thought I saw you working on one. That was
Yeah,
one you just did?
that's the one I just did. Yeah. I'm a little nervous on how the events are going to go just with the price increases that we've got coming up because we've got
Oh, the
some pretty,
Avon price increases?
yeah, we've got
Yeah.
some pretty significant ones. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but why even bring it up?
well,
Why even think about it?
well, because I've done all these different events
Hmm.
like for years. So people know the pricing. And so when they come, instead of being able to get my hand creams for $3, they're now going to be $6.50. That's the sale price, you know. And customers in this area anyway,
Yeah, but you don't
they
know.
really know.
You don't know that they're going to be $6.50 going forward.
That's what they are in campaign 8 and 9.
That does not make that does not mean that going forward they're going to be $6.50.
I know. Avon will probably realize they gotta change them back. Hopefully.
Well, not only that, but you know what? When people, when I'm doing the flea market or whatever it is, or someone says it about the book, they'll say, I remember when deodorant was 99 cents. And I'll be like, oh, I remember that too. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when bread was 10 cents, actually. I'll say something like that, you know what I mean? And they just pay me. So I would ignore it, like it's absolutely ignore it. Because do you know, there's like with the hand cream, no other direct seller has hand cream for $2 and whatever it was we were selling it for. $3, $2.99,
$2.69. Yeah.
$2.69. Name me one other direct seller that has that price.
Oh, I know. We've needed to raise our prices for a while. And anytime that someone has said something about the prices, because I had somebody at one of the shows, it was in Zanesville, but it was back in February. They were they said, because I had the deodorants for $3 because they're $2.69 plus the tax, and that's $3. And they were like, oh my gosh, I used to buy these for 99 cents. And I was like, oh wow, that's been a while ago. We've had some price increases. Well, no, I just got it at a flea market. And I was like, wow, I hope it's still good because we can't
Yeah,
get them that cheap anymore. And I can't guarantee it's still good.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably expired.
right. Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
mean, I do know how to work around it. I'm not, I don't want to have to deal with it, I guess. You know, I
yeah.
don't like changing stuff, and it's like, oh Lord, help me.
No, I was kind of glad they're going up on them because we earn more money.
Hmm.
And I personally don't like it when we're the cheapest because I don't buy the cheapest. When I'm going to a store, no matter what it is, like if there's 3 microwaves, I'm buying the middle one. I'm not buying the cheapest because I'm assuming it's crap.
Right, right.
And I bet
Hmm.
people think that about our stuff when we're that cheap. When
Oh,
we're under
absolutely.
$3 for one of those big hand creams, I bet people are thinking, what's in this? That they're only $3. You know what I mean? So maybe it
Right.
might take a different clientele, but I think we'll get it. Yeah, because you know what does Mary Kay charge? $25 for a hand cream or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah. And they get it too. They get it. Well, anyway, look at that. We went through a whole hour. We didn't even do any cards, which we couldn't do. But tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be up and running. I know I've got my card list ready. And next Thursday, make sure you come in and we'll do some cards together. And Judy, if you need help in the meantime, once they're up, just let me know. We can go on a private Zoom together, and that's true with everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've had other people that they had like a specific problem, and we just I have a Zoom room, so we just hopped in my Zoom room and I shared screen and we were able to figure it out together. So feel free, anybody that I can help. I love this sounds horrible. I get paid the most money from Avon for sure, but SendOutCards is like my passion thing. I'm like bizarre about it. What have I got? Like 80,000 cards I've sent out? That's not exaggerating. That's like literally.
Obsession.
Well, I mean, I think it's because the reaction that I get from people that do say something, which out of the 80,000, only a few, I mean, a very small percent say something. But the ones that do say something are so impactful when they do say something. They love it so much, or they're keeping them, or you go to someone's house and you see every card they ever sent, you ever sent them. I mean, there's just something about this that doesn't happen when you're just selling them a shampoo. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
I
Cards,
appreciate your cards, Lisa.
the cards have like a magic aura or something. You know what I mean? They can heal all wounds, and they can make friends, and they can keep relationships going. There's just something magic about
also
the
no-
cards.
You know, like the family, whenever I get a card from, like, even the other day, I think it was one of you and Alex and Grammy, just like a happy 2024 or what. And so it's nobody's birthday, it wasn't a holiday. And my little Bethany comes running out. She's like, "Oh, you got a card from Lisa." You know, like, so she's like, "What is it from? What is it for?" You know, like, I'm just so excited to open it. So, I mean, imagine that all around, you know, that's happening. You
Well,
don't, don't.
that was my holiday card. It's just that it's so far past the holiday.
But
On the front, I changed it to say, "Greetings from Ware, New Hampshire."
No, that's not. I mean, you can only send so many out when they changed it to 10, you know, per day. But no, I mean, it was great. It was just like I needed a card, you know, so they just always seem to come at the right time, and I'm sure they do it for you, you know.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see this? I'm not very good at Zoom.
You don't have your camera on,
Oh,
Judy.
okay. Where
Can
do
you
I
put
go?
it? Oh, there you go.
go.
There's Judy. Yay.
Hold it up
Hold it
higher.
up a little higher. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. I just appreciated that so much.
oh, good. You know what I did? I saw Avon had a PowerPoint presentation of who was in the top in each state. And when I saw somebody that I knew, I did a screenshot. And of course, I saw your name on there, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Judy," and I have Judy's address.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciated it.
Oh, you
Oh,
are
yeah,
so
there I
welcome.
am.
You are so welcome. Yeah, that
This
was
is the one Kathy sent me.
Oh, I love that she's doing
Yeah.
the QR codes, Kathy. I love that. That's awesome. Well,
You
okay,
know, in the
everybody.
back, she has some 7 rules or something. I don't know.
Oh, because that's about the book.
I know, I'm being facetious. And
Oh.
rule number 8, don't cry and act like a 6-year-old.
Kathy put that because of my story about the audiobook. Because I was acting like a 6-year-old. Oh, that was bad. Well, anyway, okay, it's 2 o'clock, so we're gonna get going for now. I'm gonna put the recording back up. I mean, on YouTube where I have all of them. Next week, Maureen, since we didn't do the training because we couldn't share screen, that's gonna be your thing next week.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I've been working on it. I got some of the apps that I use to do things in. And I found out that some of the apps that I use we can actually get on the laptop. So
Oh,
it's not
awesome.
just on your phone. So
Perfect. That's
Awesome.
awesome. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for
Yeah.
coming on today. I missed your smiling faces, and I appreciate you all very much. Thank you.
Thank
And
you, Lisa.
Yeah.
we will see you later. Have a happy vacation, holiday weekend.
Happy Easter.
Yes.
yes, happy Easter.
Bye.